Mandeville Indoor Centre, where we are in the playoff stages of the 2020 Supersport Wheelchair Basketball Series. And what a series it's been thus far. It has been condensed due to the pandemic, and here is a quick reminder of the classification on how the players are allowed to play this game. Everybody gets a chance.
Yeah, Andy, they have points 1 to 4.5, and depending on your disability and your ability and how you are strapped into the chair and what you pretty much can do on the court, you get classified by an assessor, and they have that person sitting on court side all the time just to make sure that everything is as it should be. And remember, you're allowed only 14 points on the court at any one time. The 5 players need to add up to that.
So you've got to be a bit of a mathematician there. 14 points allowed on that court, various combinations. And here are the results thus far in this tournament. The Eagles getting an early one over the Suns. The Mavericks losing out badly to the All-Stars. That was on Friday. Some very, very close games on the Saturday. The Mavericks losing out again there on to the Eagles, having a good performance. But look at that, 48-46. Suns over the All-Stars, 64-63. All-Stars over the Eagles. And the Suns wiping out the Mavericks, 66-31. Very close games, and some with extra time. So here is the current log standings. The Suns at the top, by virtue of the fact that they got a solitary bonus point. The only bonus point that's been achieved so far in this tournament. They're on 6 points, and they will play the All-Stars in the first playoff, and the Eagles will play the Mavericks in the second. So today's games, it'll be the Kirloskar All-Stars, and they'll be up against the Buffalo City Metro Suns in the first, and then it'll be the Diesel Electric Services Eagles up against the Tshwane Mavericks in the second playoff. That'll be followed by the final that'll be live, and then a delayed playoff for third and fourth. So let's take a quick look. The last time these two teams met, and of course it's the Suns and the All-Stars, it was a very close encounter.
Yeah, and Andy, from the Suns' point of view, Mzaleni at number 7 in the goal there, he really was the guiding force behind their team, and really is a solid general and a good player as well. And all the members are interlinked with him very, very well.
Yeah, the one thing we see about this team in the gold in particular is that they move the ball very quickly. But certainly this man as well, Shane Williams, he's been having an outstanding tournament. Some very, very good players on display. And as the tournament's gone on, it's got better. But there you see some fabulous play from this very feisty side from the Buffalo City. Well, let's take a look at those team sheets for this first encounter. And here are the Kirloskar All-Stars.
So the lineup for the All-Stars today, you see the starting 5 on the left there, and those numbers next to their names, the 2, 2, 3, 5, that's the points that they are allocated. And the Buffalo City Metro Suns also there you see. And then Zeleni at number 7, he'll be a very key player for the Suns.
So those are the lineups, and here are the match officials for the day. The man in the middle is Charles Manetti, and it's accompanied by Zopili Mtembu and Tebo Daki. Big job for these gentlemen today. They have the experience and they have the talent, and they know the rules of the game. So we're about to get tip-off here in the 2020 Supersport Wheelchair Basketball Series, the first playoff. And just as a reminder, in the black, it is the Kirloskar All-Stars, and the opposition in the white, and they will be the Buffalo City Metro Suns. So here we go. It is game on at the Vodacom Mandeville Indoor Centre. And Kevin, this game could go any way on what we've seen thus far in this tournament.
Yeah, it's going to be a very tight affair, I think, and judging by, as you say, what we've seen in the tournament. But there's the first basket there coming from Shane Williams for the All-Stars.
Well, he's been having a fantastic outing on that pass from William Ruber straight through. And how about that to start, just for starters. And an immediate response.
Yeah, that was coming from his namesake, Justin Williams, so going to be a ding-dong battle, I think.
Well, if that's anything to go by, 2 very quick baskets in the first minute. Shane Williams has got his eye in, and from the side there, he can be absolutely devastating. His namesake, Ralph Williams, pushes it down to the bottom and takes a pass back.
Yeah, had to put the shot up because the seconds were ticking away. Remember, you've got 8 seconds to get the ball out of your half and 24 seconds to put a shot up.
But what's clear, Kevin, both of these teams have come out with big intent. That basket will count.
Yeah, Justin Williams putting that basket down, being fouled in the process. Pass from Ayabonga Jim. I think Ralph Williams just giving him a little nudge.
Yalezo took the 2, wasn't able to take the free shot, but there's another second attempt at the cherry, but the ball has been stolen and the All-Stars come away with it. Good tournament as well.
This is the speedster Maletti.
Maletti's been having, he's done a lot of work off the ball. Ruba looking to set himself up. There's a man right under the basket, and that is a bad overshoot, particularly at this early stage. William Ruba. And how about that for just seeing the gap, taking the gap, putting it up off the glass, and William Ruba's on the board.
We've seen Ruba actually improving through this tournament. He's always been a good player, but starting off a bit rusty, but getting better the whole way.
Kevin, I think he's probably the most improved player on the court. He's had a serious boost of vision. He's just able to see this game so much clearer than a lot of the players, and he's taking the gaps, he's seeing the gaps, and he seems to see them before they actually open. Ayabonga Jim very short on the first free shot.
Yeah, he is fouled by Odinga Bandigi.
Not capitalizing. Rebound has been taken by the Kirloskar All-Stars. And here is William Ruba with an opportunity to just look for the man floating down into the center of the key. Foul called on Ayabonga Jim. So Ayabonga Jim just taking a little bit of time to get into this game. And of course we are, just to mention, in the bubble, as they know, as it's become known. Everybody's very confined. The protocol here at the Vodacom Mandeville Indoor Centre has been exceptional. Everybody with sanitizer and masks and all the regulations being adhered to.
Again, the All-Stars just having to force the shot because of the time. Zimzaleni into Ayabonga Jim.
How many more chances would you like? The fast break opportunity for the Kirloskar All-Stars, and he's not going to miss that. Rakat Singh Maletti. It's a basket for basket affair in this first playoff. Both of these teams desperately wanting to make the final, so whoever wins this will go through to play probably the Diesel Electric Services Eagles, who will face the Mavericks later. And the Mavericks not quite at the level of the other 3 teams, so maybe an easy passage, but stranger things have happened. Foul has been called here.
Yeah, Ayabonga Jim sunk the basket, so that counts, and he'll have 1 free shot. The guilty party there was
He needs to think about those. Yeah, needs to think about those last 2, and still not able to adjust. Ruba. Quite an interesting tactic, given that the All-Stars are employing, is that their ball carrier is actually not bringing the ball down to the top of the key. It's generally going down to the left-hand side with William Ruba, almost as if he is the playmaker. but he's not doing the conventional stuff, as we see these two wheelchairs just being separated. It's not an easy task.
Yeah, normally you've got to take the wheel off. They quick release axles, and it's always a bit of a problem when you've got another wheel wedged in there.
Looks like quite an interesting sculpture. They could put that up somewhere outside a building, and people would wonder what it is. Well,
these players are strapped in anyway, so they can't even get out of the chair.
This is very unusual.
It was a foul anyway, because he's. The problem is that these wheels the chairs have a strong camber, about a 20-degree camber on the wheels, which makes it even more complicated.
So perhaps the old no more tangles. The chairs have been separated, the players are back to normal, and away we go.
You were talking earlier about William Ruber. He normally is a very good ball carrier, as we see a basket being scored by the All-Stars. That's Dingo Mandingi.
Mandingi's been having a very steady tournament for the All-Stars. His first outing was quite memorable. He came on like a house on fire. No excuses for the tall players to be shooting so short, right under the basket. And a third bite of the cherry. Somebody, particularly the coach, maybe it's just an opportunity just to a quick substitution, have a chat to your number 5 and say, this is exactly what Justin Williams is doing wrong, because he should literally be popping those in with that height.
Yeah, he certainly should. Just Moletti unable to take that pass.
Well, I wondered if the timeout would be called.
That was a nice pass for you to go all the way and lay up, but you didn't look the ball. Okay. It was a nice pass. Just look the ball. Don't look anywhere else. Look the ball. You're a playmaker. Playmakers that I have is 1, 2, 3. So always looking for the ball when you're there. We've got advantage of that. 3-point guards, we shouldn't struggle. Okay, I want to talk about this one out situation. On the diamond, one player sits on top. If I'm here as the first man to arrive, what do? I stop on top of the team. Whoever arrives after me will go back, will go behind, because I'm focusing on the ball. I'm focused on where the fire is. The fire is the ball. Rakete had the guy there nicely. Then he decides to leave the guy and goes this way. That guy comes behind him, gets a layup, then foul.
You mustn't let them to. You don't have to stop him there. Stop him here, there and then. You mustn't move, because you still give him more space. Okay? Go, son.
The Buffalo City Metro Suns, Kevin, guilty of missing some very easy baskets, particularly Justin Williams. 3 shots right under the glass and just...
Yeah, he started off so well.
Yeah, and he just seems to be not focused, because when he does miss, he gets frustrated and claps his hands and looks away. The trick is to keep yourself focused. Long shot attempt from Mzaleni, not even close.
That's unusual for him. He's normally spot on.
He's certainly been a rock-solid player thus far in the tournament, and one would think he must be one of the contenders for the player of the tournament. But a shot like that is going to need some improvement. Long shot coming in from the side from the All-Stars. Good rebound taken, and the Buffalo City Metro Suns come away. Ayabonga Jim, he's been watched very carefully, but Jim all the way in, solo effort, and how about that for a finish?
Yeah, he likes that underhand hook, as Ayabonga Jim does it very well. See him just driving for the basket, and Mzaleni, you see, just getting Moletti out the way. The All-Stars, just so that Ayabonga Jim had a run at the basket.
Just puts perfect spin on that ball when he floats it up into the air. Shane Williams. That basket is going to count. It's good, and there will be a foul, so another free shot to come.
So just the contact being made on the arm as the shot went up.
Madingi takes the free shot. Well, whatever the All-Stars were dreaming about last night, it's all happening for them at the moment. Playing some great basketball, high percentage on shooting, and the shooting percentages have got better as the tournament has gone on. Remember, it is a condensed tournament. 2.5 days of solid basketball.
Now Shane Williams picking up that foul, just cutting off the player who's going for the ball. Backline put in for the Suns.
Suns trailing by 3. And that was a high-risk pass, but fortunately it came off the chair of Ralph Williams. So they've got 9 seconds to do something. And that something is going to be probably a shot from the top of the key.
It's coming from Zeleni. Wasn't very positive, but it's 2 points still. He's driving up at the top of the key.
Given if you watch the body language of this little general number 7, he's talking all the time, he's looking all the time, he's commanding the troops all the time he's in this game. He seems to have eyes in the back of his head. Some of his passing is sublime.
And just his off-court antics, you know, he's just everywhere and just controlling everything. You see that pass into Ayabonga Jim.
And sometimes it's almost unfortunate because he gets the ball off, he gets the passes through, and then the players let him down by missing the simple shots. 2 shots to come.
He fouled in the process, so it'll be two shots.
Well, at least an opportunity to draw level here for Ayabonga Jim. Shoot short on the first. Needs to settle down, Ayabonga Jim. He's not himself at the moment. Well, that's a bit better.
Much better. And the problem for the All-Stars now is they're sitting on collective fouls for the rest of this quarter.
And there's still quite a lot of time to go. 3 minutes and counting in this first quarter. And remember, this is the first of the 2 playoffs to see who will get into the final and into the bronze playoff. Final will come to you live today at 13:30. Don't miss it.
And Delaney just getting a hand to that ball, so Moletti couldn't put the shot up.
Shane Williams from the top of the key. And a very good backup. Yeah, that's how you take a rebound.
That's from Adinga Mandingi.
This is probably the best all-round performance we've seen from Mandingi for a long time. Very capable player, as is this man.
What the Suns do very well is move the ball around, and the All-Stars as well. It's Shane Williams. Just getting it into Moletti. He does very well. He actually was able to change the direction of his chair without actually touching the wheels. Very good chair control.
Pull the ball back to the top of the key. It's going to take a lot more to keep Shane Williams out of the game than a simple finger in the eye. He's as tough as they come. Ralph Williams checked on the shot there was William Ruba.
With that foul that just happened, puts the Suns on collective fouls as well for this quarter, so any fouls now committed will mean points.
So Ayabonga Jim clearly not happy with that decision. Call went against them. The basket did drop, but certainly won't count. And here's Ralph Williams. not a very convincing offload from Ralph Williams, giving the possession away.
Yeah, I think he got hassled quite a bit.
The FC just held the ball and held on a bit too long, and that's given the Suns the opportunity to come back 13 apiece.
Mzaleni putting that basket down. You see Justin Williams getting that pass into Mzaleni, and he finishes off brilliantly.
Just going in too far, Moletti, or by the time he went for the shot, he was actually too far under the basket, and he realized it, and there was very little he could do about it. How about that for a little flick pass?
We've seen that before from Mzaleni.
And yet again,
yeah, Justin Williams just a bit too far under the basket.
Justin Williams shooting average right down at the moment. Needs to pick up the pace. Mzaleni just reading the passes, that ball being threaded through needles at every opportunity.
Just feel the Suns need to take more time over the shots. They're getting their shots up.
Well, there you see it. The Suns 7 from 27. All Stars are shooting at 50%, and the Suns somewhere down at about 20%, if that.
Yeah, he's a tough cookie, is Moletti. But never nice to have a slap in the face.
Well, just made a bit of contact, and that's the result.
And these two shots are because of the collective foul situation. So that foul cost 3 points.
It did indeed. 3 points taken with gratitude by the Kirloskar All-Stars. The Suns have kept the ball in play. Finally, something does drop. Ayabonga Jim there to pick up that loose ball. And that is the end of the first quarter. Went by in a flash and a blur, as they say. Confirmation then of that score. It is 16 points to 15. Kirloskar All-Stars leading by 1.
Stats after the first quarter. The Suns are hitting 7 out of 22 on the 2-pointers, and the All-Stars 7 out of 14. The average 32% for the Suns. They'll be unhappy with that. They've missed a lot, and the All-Stars at a 50% average, much better. The Suns, Ayabonga Jim, their top scorer. Mzaleni obviously doing the work for the off the ball for the Suns, and on the All-Stars, Odunga Madingi is the top scorer, and the others all chipping in there as well.
Too long, release the ball to each other. Come on, go, 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 go. Release the.
I think Coach James Matwet was a bit grumpy this morning.
Kevin, when you looked at the stats at the end of that first quarter, you saw the value of Mzaleni. His name was sprawled all over there. The steals, the assists, and just in every department of the game.
Well, that's what's so important with him.
So the clock has finally given the green light for the second quarter to get underway, and it's still very close. All Stars leading by 1. First shot attempt has gone up from the Suns. Looks like a foul has been called. And Moletti saying no ways. not happy. Ayabonga Jim, he's quite happy, puts the ball in, and it puts the Suns on the attack.
It's just a lot of dramatics coming from Moletti, because I thought the Suns had put the ball out, but in fact it was a judge that the All-Stars had.
So Mzaleni caught out on that occasion. It's very rare that you see. He was indecisive, and unfortunately for him, the Suns players did make themselves available to take the pass, but all's well that ends well, and they've regained the possession. This is Mzaleni over the line.
Yeah, talking all the time.
And he's telling them to spread the game, don't bunch. And that is so important, because if you spread the game, the ball's got space to be moved around that key, and how about that?
That was always going down as soon as it left his hand. That's Bongameli-Wana.
Bongameli-Wana took that set shot very well, but again set up by you-know-who. An attempted response
from Ruba
to no avail. And could this give the Suns a bit of breathing space? If they can just mosey down now and take another 2 points, which they've done exactly that. So a little bit of a cushion.
Yalezo putting that basket down for the Suns.
Some great basketball there from the Suns.
The timeout being called by the All-Stars.
Well, a very animated All-Stars coach, but unfortunately his microphone became detached, so we're not able to hear what he's saying. But I would imagine, given that it's hard and fast, just too many mistakes in the opening part of that second quarter, and the Suns were able to capitalize. They'll be happy.
Yeah, I think the Suns game is sort of clicking into place, so maybe the coach doesn't really need to say too much to them.
Yeah, there are times where it's inappropriate to be changing anything. If anything, just give the players a little bit of a breather. This man's been a little quiet. Ruba trying to flick it off into the middle, but it was intercepted, and Ayabonga Jim comes away for the Buffalo City Metro Suns.
So what they always do, the Suns, is they get it to the man with the best in the best position for the shot. And Ayabonga Jim fouled again on the shot, so he will have 2 free shots.
It's a very good point you make.
And Ralph Williams is the guilty party. Some substitutes happening first before the shots go up.
It's actually Ralph Williams who's gone off the court, and he has been replaced by Zakele Shalembe.
Justin Williams just trying to make like he didn't touch the ball, but the referee's all over him.
Shane Williams, he knows the role that he's got to play in this game.
He's just putting the shot up, just waiting for the players to get in for the rebound.
But way short for Shane Williams. There was a good meter short.
I think he doesn't like sitting waiting for the shot to happen. People must get in there quicker.
And that's how you do a layup on the move. Very, very good play.
Yeah, Justin Williams. See the feed coming from Ayabonga Jim.
So
brilliant pass.
Very interesting there. Williams actually putting it away with ease on the move. When he's static, he seems to battle. So maybe that's something for somebody to note. But there was clear fouling, and that will be called. Surely Williams will get free shots here.
Yeah, he should do.
Straight to the line. Well, it's not been seen that way. Williams thought he had attempted the shot, but clearly the match officials thought differently. William Ruba using the screen. Well, certainly you've got to have eyes in the back of your head.
Yeah, Chilembe, they're just blocking one of the Suns players on their attack side, so not a smart move.
Mzaleni coming to the top of the key. Is he setting himself up for that shot? He's certainly not, but look at that for a pin pass. Didn't work, so straight back to the top of the key. And an overshoot coming from the side from Justin Williams. Kevin, I think Mzaleni's always got that comfort that if he needs to take the shot from the top of the key, he can do it. But he would rather get that ball in closer and give it to the percentage player. Best man in the best place must shoot.
That's exactly right.
Not too much dropping at the moment for the Kirloskar All-Stars. And if you've just joined us, this is the first of the two playoffs. Whoever wins this goes through to the final. The likelihood is they will meet the Eagles, and that game will come to you live at 13:30 today. Don't miss it. Managed to get that ball over the line despite some very strong defense.
It was taken away, but then they got it back again.
Yeah, this was 3 seconds.
3-second violation. Sitting there for a long time was Dingamadingi.
Coach definitely not happy. This is a very good period of play from the Suns. They may not be scoring too many baskets, but they're holding the opposition at bay, not allowing them to score, and maintaining that 5-point lead as we reach the halfway stage of the second quarter.
Smollett just trying to do a bit too much with the ball on his own, but
Shane Williams, at the moment, nothing seems to be dropping for him.
yeah, he started off well, but not carrying it through. Missing sitters there, Justin Williams.
Yeah, I was surprised that Mzaleni didn't take that particular shot, but he chose to feed it to the man with the very trusted layup, and unfortunately he was checked. And of course I'm talking about Ayobonga Jim.
It's more than 2-3 minutes to go back again. I can see you need a breath.
Moletti carrying for the Stars again.
Moletti setting himself up for a shot, and why not? Something has got to drop sooner or later.
So the difference in the two teams, Andy, is that the Suns generally get the ball moving between players, whereas the All-Stars, when they're going up there, Moletti's carrying the ball all by himself, and the ball's not moving anywhere.
And the old, that it's just let the ball do the work. You are simply the go-between. Let the ball do the work.
Everybody going straight out to him. Zeleny, I know what he's capable of.
Well, that should have been two. It would have been a very well-worked basket.
And a pass to nowhere, which Zeleny tied us up, says thank you very much. Still got plenty of time.
So although that basket didn't drop, you could see exactly what the intention was. It was a very well-worked move. And if they had some sharp shooters, the Suns, I suspect, would be almost untouchable, because they've got a game plan. They've come to town with a serious game plan. This is the man who pulls the strings.
So they're doing all the moves right and doing all the work. They're just not finishing off. That's both sides. And then a wayward pass.
And again, something you don't see that often. Zeleni not happy with himself, known to his colleagues as Junior. Junior Zeleni, who's actually the senior player, is someone who could learn a lot of basketball.
The ball easily stolen by him. Ayabonga Jim from Moletti.
Ayabonga Jim to Ongemeliwana.
See Ayabonga Jim. And, getting it off to Mongameliwana, and a nice finish for the Suns for a change.
So the Suns are now creating quite a nice cushion. And the All-Stars are going to need to get themselves on the board very quickly if this game's not going to run away with them. They had to shoot, that shot had to go up. And it's resulted in a fast break opportunity.
And Zeleni missing.
And you can see he's not happy with himself. Going through the motions of the shot again, very unhappy. Two and a half minutes left. And suddenly 7 points the difference.
Ruba.
Yeah,
distribution, and that's what he does well.
He does it very well, but he's also got a very good shot from there. And I'm wondering why Ruba is not perhaps just having a crack, because you know what's happening here, Kevin, is the very strong defense from the Suns is holding the All-Stars out. Somebody's going to have to start popping in a few long ones just to dismantle that defense.
Yeah, because there's been nobody in for the rebound for the All-Stars for a long time. So the Suns' defense has been very, very solid.
And on your screen, you won't see a white vest until now. They've already got back. They're already waiting. They're already saying, come, this is our territory. Come see what you can do here. This is where the long shot needs to go up. He's got 2 meters to move in. You don't have to social distance on the court. You're allowed to get in there.
Mongameliwana under a lot of pressure.
Oh, he did very well to keep that ball. Somebody will make himself available, there's no doubt.
You see the Suns always assisting their other players as well. And just seeing the whole game.
And immediately, the Suns, this is what the tactic they're using at the moment. Go back and defend. All Suns back, waiting for the All-Stars to come back at their territory, forcing the long shots, and then invariably taking the rebounds. And this is where the coach needs to be looking, and maybe that timeout needs to be called.
Yeah, the Suns aren't even trying a pick. Pick is where you block the player off and your other player goes round and in. But just not working for the All-Stars.
Well, Shane Williams, we've seen very little of him in this outing.
Bonga Jim just getting a hand to that one.
So the wayward long attempts continue. The All-Stars haven't scored for a couple of minutes now, and that's beginning to take its toll on some of the players. You can see it, they're very frustrated. Zeleni almost faking that long shot, and he's come around now to the right-hand side of the court. This time,
he's going to have to put it up.
The direction looked good, didn't have the height. There's another 2 from Ayabonga Jim.
Yeah, great rebound
That
picked up by Ayabonga Jim.
The end of the first half, and a very convincing second quarter that was indeed from the Buffalo City Metro Suns. And here is the score at the end of the first half, 25-16. to the Suns over the Kirloskar All-Stars. All-Stars have got a huge amount of work to do, particularly work out a way to just break that defense of the Suns.
If you break the three-stop, you're guilty. So you don't want to be guilty to anybody, to the God, to this, to the grace of God. You don't want to feel guilty. Okay? Let's go for three stops. All right. Let's go. All stars on three. 1, 2, 3. All stars.
So there you have it, Andy. Once 3 baskets prevented from the Suns.
Methinks easier said than done.
Yeah, but I think the what the All-Stars need to do is take a leaf out of the Suns book and actually just get that ball moving around, because it's so easy to defend when one man's just trying to bring the ball down by himself.
And we've seen that often, far too often, from the likes of Moletti and perhaps even William Ruba a little bit guilty in this game. The ball needs to do the work. And if the Suns draw first blood in this quarter, it is going to be very interesting. That's an attempt that's gone. So that is plan working thus far for the All-Stars.
Shane Williams, looks like he fouled Shane Williams in the process of shooting. So 2 free shots for Shane Williams.
We've seen Williams sink 2 from 2 on several occasions. There's 1 from 1. And 2 from 2. So simple when you know how. Great shooting from Shane Williams. So the first objective, or first part of a 3-part objective, has been achieved for the All-Stars. Mzaleni. Wow, that wasn't supposed to happen. But
Yeah.
how do you stop that?
The problem was the All-Stars went on a full court press, and once that's broken, then it's a dead cert basket. And from Zeleni, you'd expect it.
Rakat Singh pushing it to the side again. Shane Williams trying to get in a little closer. He has to go for the shot.
Very static attack from the All-Stars. Although that basket went down, there's nobody there for the rebound, nobody trying to get in.
So they can just breathe a big sigh of relief that the basket dropped. You're quite right, there were no takers. Oh, just a pity there from Mzaleni. Mzaleni just pushing that pass unexpectedly. So Shane Williams, he knows that he's got to come around, and there he is in the right position to take that ball. And if anybody can do this, it's going to be Williams. Chooses to pass it off, and unfortunately that pass just going awry.
Ball taken by the Suns player, but making contact, so committing a foul.
Williams. Well, suddenly Shane Williams has found the range.
Yeah.
That's 4 on the trot.
So that break on the bench seems to have done a world of difference to him.
Just giving the ball the air, and that's exactly what he needed to do.
And he was from behind the backboard as well.
And unfortunately, this game is so fast that there was an immediate response from the Suns, so they maintain that 7-point lead, and the Suns will be very happy to play basket for basket if that's what it's going to be. Shane Williams just missing out from a long shot attempt, scooping off the top of the hoop. Mzaleni. He's got a good opportunity here for a screen from the side. Wow, what do you do? What can you do?
Mzaleni, he did very well there, just let everybody go past him.
And how flat. Let's just look at how flat this shot is. It just goes into the basket. It is a fabulous shot. Mzaleni, provider, scorer, and master tactician.
this seems to be their game plan at the moment. The All-Stars is setting up Shane Williams for shots like that.
I have a feeling we are going to see the Shane Williams show up against the Junior Mzaleni show, if it all comes down to that. He's to correct, does correct. Ayabonga Jim. And there's no panic, absolutely no panic in the demeanor of the Suns at the moment. They're just taking it as it comes and saying, if you can put one down, we can put one down. It's almost the attitude of the Brazilian football team. It doesn't matter how many you score against us, as long as we score more against you.
That was just a bit too far for Shane Williams. But he was fouled in the process, so he'll have 2 free shots.
Well, we've seen him put 2 away a little earlier, and he's just scooped that one. Just nicked the edge of the hoop. So no difference on the score sheet at the moment. But that one, clean as a whistle. So that brings them back within 8.
Sun's not happy with that. No call.
There's no call at all. It's being stolen back. 4 on 5.
Just too far in front of Ayabonga Jim.
Let's take another look at this.
Actually, it was Ayabonga Jim's foul, if anybody's.
Yeah, it was. It was almost suicidal. So finally the ball is moving for the All-Stars, but Shane Williams trying to get that ball through to his namesake. He wasn't able to take the pass, and it is the little general who comes away with it. Great offloading, and that really should have been 2 points.
Yeah,
it would have been.
Put a lot of work into it.
Ayabonga Jim now very animated. Not happy, not happy.
He must be careful, he's going to wind up with a technical foul.
Yeah.
Technical foul has been given.
He didn't need that. And this is where Mzaleni has got to be smart. He's got to get to that player very quickly.
And I don't actually agree with that call. It wasn't his foul at all.
Yeah, that... Yeah, he needs to be taken off just for a little, given a little bit of a breather.
Well, actually, Ayabonga Jim is actually off for 5 fouls because that technical foul gave him his 5th foul. So he will take no more participation in this match.
You're going for Mandoza.
Well, that won't be back, and you know, Kevin, that could be a big problem for the Suns, because he is the link man with Mzaleni.
Yeah, he certainly is.
The opposition
Okay, so
here is the whiteboard.
Don't look at this guy. Look at these 2 here against 1. So you pick 1 here. All right.
With Ayabonga Jim off, the coach will be smelling blood now. There's absolutely no doubt. Probably change the tactics of the game just a little, because Ayabonga Jim really overstepping there. But I agree with you, Kevin, it wasn't his foul, and that's the travesty.
Yeah, the reaction was really a good call from the technical foul, but that's really challenging the ref like that and talking to him like that. That's going to be a technical foul.
And there you saw Mzaleni trying to calm him very quickly, but to no avail. And I don't recall ever seeing Ayabonga Jim lose his cool like that. In the heat of the moment, it means a huge amount, but they still have a very comfortable lead in the context of the game. So 5 minutes left in the third quarter, and it is the Kirloskar All-Stars still trailing. How did Mzaleni get his arms higher than Odinga Badingi to take that rebound, that steal? That is mystifying. It's a lot of work. It's going to be required. Shot has gone up.
Went out of bounds, so it'll still be the All-Stars middle.
So the absence of Ayabonga Jim is already notable. The only good news is that there's no change on the score sheet and half a minute is ticked by. And that is the news for the Suns.
You see the ball control of Mzaleni, it's quite amazing. Bongameliwana,
Well,
he stepped in.
Normal business resumed. Back into a 9-point lead. Bongameliwana, he can do the business on any day. He's as good as they come.
Yeah, we've seen him have some fantastic matches before.
Williams, great shot there, moving away from the basket and almost didn't give it enough, but it chose to bubble in using the momentum. Oh, how about this for Great Coat? Really should be 2 points. And Nene just missing. We saw Nene yesterday, impact player, came on, scored 4 baskets in no time. There's another one back for the All-Stars. So that gap is beginning to close.
Yeah, and the All-Stars are employing a full court press. Makes it even more tricky. Bongameliwana taking a tumble. So Ralph Williams just organising everybody. I just got to wait for the player, Mandeville, just to strap himself back in.
3 minutes left in this third quarter, and a big comeback now by the All-Stars.
And the Suns are on collective fouls for this quarter. So he has a setup again for Shane Williams, but I think Madingi got himself in for the shot, fouled in the process. So 2 free shots to come.
Are the Buffalo City Metro Suns imploding? When you lose a key player under those circumstances, it starts playing head games. Bingo Madingi missing the first of the 2 free shots. Wayward on the second.
Yeah, unusual for him. That was
Very
nowhere
unusual.
near.
So 12 on 12 here, we've got a very tight press being enforced by the All-Stars. And that is what the result is.
Yeah, forcing a long pass from Mzaleni.
Got to get that ball over the line. He had 8 seconds to do it. Time was running out, and that's the pressure that gets applied when you are down a key man and you are playing against a sudden change tactic such as the man-on-man, which is exhausting for the offense and the defense.
There we go with the customary setup for Shane Williams, not working this time. So that basket won't count. Substitute going to happen for the Suns. Ayabonga Jim looking very pensive on the side of the court.
Yeah, looking very, very sad indeed. Mzaleni, he's got a lot of work to do. That was a little bit of a panic pass.
Yeah, just trying to get it to Sipoyo.
Yeah, they've just lost their composure at the moment. The Buffalo City Metro Suns got to refine that very quickly. Try and see this court right and at least maintain. Go into the break, have a quick team talk and consolidate. Williams to Williams, and look at that. Just popping away. Suns did well to leave that ball to go to play. And now they've got to make room very quickly so that somebody's available to take the pass. Wana. It's over the line. Good pass from Mandeville Wana. Wow, how that found its way. Clever play from Mzaleni.
Yeah, just not able to get the height in the shot though.
Yeah, he just couldn't get that height in the shot, but the fact that he was able to scoot into the key the way he did.
And now the All-Stars are actually employing the pick and the blocks. So Shane Williams about to have 2 free shots. Excellent pass off from Ruba, but Mongomeli Wana just falling all over Shane Williams.
Yeah, indeed, and if Mongomeli Wana is not careful, they can ill afford to lose another player. He's still okay, but that kind of robust play, he won't be on the court for too long.
Yeah, he's only on 2, so he's safe at the moment.
Shane Williams keeping him in the game, and there you see a very, very pensive player, and he will know that that little outburst may just have cost this very sprightly side a place in the final. But it's early days, they still lead by 3, and that lead was once upon a time 9. They will know that they've got to do something very quickly. Ball was checked anyway. So good defense now from the All-Stars. So Suns have called this timeout. He's got to do something. This is the time where you need the coach to consolidate this team.
Chance, yabona why bedlala 24 seconds. Lemba baqala usibamba sepha. Lena sesenda apha sesishuta sesikude yabona. Asikwazi nokufika, akekho umuntu okwazi, akekho asivuli. Yabona? Yes. Exactly, yabona. So basibetha ngalona. Ufuna sijonge lolu way yabona. Cheka Mongsne. Ingathi xa beatheka ne. Ungavela uthi xa besiya ukhawuleza umbambe lo mjitha. Akwazi nokwena. Baze ulanduka uShane. Sure. Okay.
And of course, Kevin, the Diesel Electric Services Eagles will be watching this game with a lot of interest, because the likelihood is that they will beat the Mavericks in the next semi-final. Who do you think that they would prefer to play of these two sides?
Yeah, well, I think either one of them is going to be a problem.
Big problem.
As long as they all stay on the court.
So here is an opportunity for the Suns to try and eke 2 free shots and just push that lead back out to 5 points. Mzaleni is probably the player who can do it. Well, there's been a change of heart.
Yeah, so I was wondering why they were actually giving him the shots, because Ralph Williams committed that foul. So unless it was an unsportsmanlike foul, there shouldn't have been any shots, and it wasn't
There
unsportsmanlike.
may have been a bit of confusion in terms of was there 5 fouls, but clearly not. So,
Because
and I think Mzaleni knew it. He went to the line though.
the All-Stars only on one foul this quarter, so no ways it's collected foul.
Well, that was a little giveaway by Ralph Williams. And look what has happened. That little mistake. You give these guys an inch and they will come back. They'll bite you.
Yeah,
Mistake from Ralph Williams.
just flipped out of his hands by Mandeville.
And that is the end of a very, very inventive third quarter. This man has been superb in this third quarter. He's brought the All-Stars right back into the game. And it is a 5-point lead for the Suns at the end of the third, 37-32.
So end of the third, the tail of the tape here, the 35% shooting average for the Suns, 18 out of 51. They've got to pick that up now, especially having lost Ayabonga Jim. But the All-Stars are also shooting at a 32%, but that's all going to be courtesy of Shane Williams. As you can see on the All-Stars, the top point scorer is Shane Williams, and Odinga Mandingi doing all the other work off the court, off the ball, should I say. Ayabonga Jim, he was the top, or is the top scorer, but he's now off the court.
Of our 3 stops. No basket for these guys. 3 stops, no basket for these guys. We want 3 baskets, right, in return. All right, let's go, guys. Good. 1, 2, 3, team. Yeah. Let's go back.
It's high noon. Which of these teams is going to go through to meet probably the Eagles in the final? At the moment, the scoreboard will tell you it is the Suns, but that lead is being whittled down, and don't forget they lost a key player. And immediately, Shane Williams continues the resurrection of the side. They are back in this game. Great little reply from Mzaleni. So this will be a showdown between Williams and Mzaleni, there's no doubt. Mzaleni leading the troops, and Williams, chief destroyer in charge for the men in black.
And you think actually that maybe can't afford to do it, but well, you see that basket going down for Shane Williams. Do you think that actually put somebody on Shane Williams permanently, just to keep him out of the game? You see this shot from Shane
Well,
Williams.
Warner did try and come out, and that basket dropped for Williams. And immediate reply. So this is what it's all about, basket for basket in the semi-final.
Yeah,
Mongameliwana doing very well there, taking that loose ball. You knew that he had very little time left because he'd been on the paint, but he was able to put that shot up within the 3 seconds.
This is what the Suns need to do. They've got to get out to Shane Williams.
Yeah, they've got to do what they were doing in the beginning of this game. They've got to force the long shots. But Molete, Rafat Singh Molete.
Yeah, he was left alone, unfortunately.
Mzileni just carrying the ball. And maybe just the wrong turn there.
Yeah, just clipping on the front of the ring as it went up.
That was lucky not to be called a foul. And that was perhaps just clumsy. And that's 2 points.
Yeah, from Ruba.
What a difference losing a star player can make. And you see what's happening here, Kevin, is they are holding Mzileni out of this game.
Yeah, and that's
Smart
exactly what the Suns should be doing to Shane Williams.
A lot of time here. Let's grab some lead, then you go back again. What do you really want?
So just a quick substitution. Here is the opportunity. They need to go out to this man because he is on song. Shane Williams just destroying all that has come before him.
They can't afford to leave him out there doing that. They've got to go out there and hassle him.
And Jim, very sorry state of affairs on the side, wondering what could have been. And the All-Stars have now taken the lead. 7 minutes to go in this game. It's only 1 point in it.
Yeah, easy intercept there. Good hassling from Mzileni.
Yeah, that really should have been 2 points for the All-Stars. Well, they've come away with it again. They need to do something quickly. At 6s and 7s, they're not really knowing what to do, the Kirloskar All-Stars. And he has the opportunity.
Fast break, so William Ruba, he has got a turn of speed.
How quick was Mzileni to get back up there?
Just not getting through to Ruba, unable to hold it. So it'll be the Sun to put in. Suns all just a bit static at the moment. Nobody penetrating the key, but a set shot for Mzileni.
Just tipping the front of the hoop, so no change on the scoreline. Still remains very, very close. Just 1 point in this, and the clock is ticking away. Nobody wants it. So Mandeville Wana needs to make sure that he's up there as well for the rebound attempts. He's the only real tall man who's capable of retrieving them. Take that, sports lovers. That's how you stay in the game.
And a good decision there by Mzileni to get it to Mandeville Wana.
Well, that's got to be the combination now, Kevin, for the Suns if they are going to make any real impact on this game. And another basket, third attempt. That is just not good enough. That is just not good enough under the circumstances. Open basket, tall man, and Odinga Madingi letting his shooting skills really get the better of him.
Yeah, Moletti just stealing that ball. Let's see All-Stars back on attack here. Easy intercept from Mandeville Wana.
Well read by Wana. He knew that that pass was going to come through to Odingi. And that will be
yeah, well done by by this man,
Zeleny. He actually offered it to the player.
He just said, yeah, hit me.
So he will know just what pressure is on these 2 free shots. Takes the first. Desperately looking for the second to drop as well. Slick play, very slick play. Basket didn't drop, but another 2 shots to come. How fast was that ball moving around the key?
Yeah, getting back, the Suns are sort of recovering from the loss of Bonga Jim.
That ball was like a hot potato. And of course, Kevin, surely the All-Stars still have to bring on their subs, and Luke Lotter, who is a rookie, and for all the experience he'll gain, he'll probably weaken the combination.
Yeah, and he still has to have a showing.
Well, the Suns really bungled that. The Suns absolutely bungled that. They had free shots, they took rebound, they just couldn't make a difference. So is that the turning point of this game?
Well, that's all put into the Suns.
So
Zeleny coming to the top of the key. It's his favourite position, but not converting this time.
Shane Williams looking for the shot now to try and draw level. Passed it straight back to the willing hands of Manka Meliwana. A wayward pass. Oh, Wana did so well there.
Yeah, it's actually Justin Williams.
I beg your pardon, it was Justin Williams, you're quite right. He did so well there to control that, smash the ball on the floor. Knowing that he had the height to take the rebound. Oh, that should have been 2.
The All-Stars have just seemed to have come off the boil a bit, but I think it's
rebound has been secured again, and if the game just continues to flow like this, it'll actually be very much in the Suns' favour because they've got better control. Zeleny just scooting around and take that from the side.
Spong Meliwana doing the business, and the All-Stars, just to add to their woes, have been deducted a timeout because they were wasting time on the previous substitution.
But the question comes, a substitution has got to be called and they've got to play their rookie, and that will make a difference. Coming out to Shane Williams. Williams looking for the shot to Moletti. Well worked. Great basket, excellent basket by the All-Stars. Finished off.
Yes, somebody forgot to
William
stop Ruba coming in.
Just on 2 minutes left. It is a great rebound there, good steal. They'll move it back to the top of the key.
Gonna have to put a shot up soon.
The shot is going to have to go up, and that was a wild shot, but it had to go up because the clock was ticking.
reason they roll the ball in is just to save time, because the clock only starts now when the player picks it up.
That basket is going to count, and it was the little veteran.
Yeah, Ralph Williams, and he'll have a free shot.
Talk about just sniveling one in. And there you see the look of despondency on the guilty party that unfortunately put his players in this predicament. Oh boy, what a time to come up with a peach.
Yeah, Tulani Sepoyo.
What a time to come up with a peach. Sepoyo. To come out very quickly to Shane Williams. Somebody has got to stop this man, because they're giving him far too much time on that occasion. And is this the golden chance? It is indeed. It is indeed. And the Suns have now taken a 3-point lead, I beg your pardon. A 3-point lead. Are we going to see a Williams special? Are we going to see a Williams special with a 3-pointer? He's got half a minute, and if this basket is missed, surely.
They're trying to set him up for it, but they're doing the right things, the Suns. They're going out to him, and they've taken the ball.
And they've taken the ball, and surely now the Suns will do everything just to hold on.
Just use up the time.
Saw this yesterday with 6 seconds to go. There will be some shots probably to come. Match officials just concurring.
Yes, they hadn't put the shot up, so it's going to be a side ball.
So possibly a good foul under the circumstances. And let's listen to exactly what the plan is going to be for the Kirloskar All-Stars.
Forget. Calm down. Nothing is missing here. Nothing is missing. Right, we have one shot to take, a crucial one. It's a 3-pointer. The guy that is going to come to him might be a low point, it might be a high point, it doesn't matter. You shoot to land in contact with him. But don't get yourself off target because you want to foul. No. Okay? Take the shot deliberately, but invite him for that contact if necessary. All right? It's quite simple. Only you go away. Go high, go down so that the high point is going to go with you. Makwas, you pick for him. All right, now let Mark William pick for him. You inbound. All right? You inbound. Between the two inbound, pick for him. Yeah, go set up on top. Wait there, Shane. Shane, you're going to end up shooting a 2. Pop out, Shane.
And this is identical to yesterday's game, where 6 seconds was on the clock. The ball came in from the side, and Shane Williams put up a very controversial 3-pointer. Some think his one wheel was on the line. And there it goes back to the top of the key. It's up in the air, and this time, no joy. And there is a relieved, very relieved Buffalo City Metro Suns. And of course, they will go across to their player who just felt so bad about what he had done. And they will be in the final, led very ably by Imzaleni. What a courageous game this man played. Shane Williams, number 12. He did every single thing that he could, but at the end he was just like a magnet to nails. He drew all of those players. They were all just watching one man. And look at that score breakdown. 15-13, the All-Stars just pipping in the fourth. And the final is 50 points to 47. And it is the Suns who have prevailed in a very, very tight, very, very entertaining encounter. Here are the full-time match stats from Kevin Smith.
So the Suns pulling it off, very, very, very well done by them, but hitting 24 out of 68 baskets. attempts there, and the All-Stars 19 out of 52. And a couple of three-point attempts coming from the All-Stars, but not able to convert. And the Suns, Ayabonga Jim, still the top scorer, and Mzaleni and Mangomeni Wana, the assists on there. And Shane Williams, the top scorer for the All-Stars.